as well as we should see to it when we are using the sensors, not only the season or what sense are appropriate sensors. So again, I would like to quote a Thirukural which goes this way, Uttana alavum pini alavum kalavum kattan karudichel, which means the physician should ascertain the condition of the patient, the nature of the disease and the season of the year. So each structure is different. Even among the bridges, you cannot unify. Each bridge is different. So you have to first understand the bridge, then understand the season in which we are taking, and also the sensors output, how to interpret. So CSR SCRC has pioneered in this area, and I'm proud and happy to share with you that my scientists have traveled across the country for investigating various railway as well as road bridges for their health. So this particular picture shows the locations where our scientists have traveled from north to south and east to west. And a number of bridges they have analyzed, and this is the strength of SCRC. And also these are all some of the important projects which we have taken part, and this is on the road bridges as well. So this is one of the major projects from Rail Design Standards Organization, and we have now come out with the guidelines, and some more studies have to be carried out before we give it in public. So we also have developed the proposed device for mitigating longitudinal force, and it has been evaluated under 2 bridges. So shortly we'll be coming up with the guidelines. So also not restricted to bridges, but we also made our impact on the structural health monitoring of dams, where one of the major irrigation dam, Polimer dam, was assessed through advanced techniques, non-destructive techniques and acoustic emission, and we have given our recommendations to the Commission. And integration across the life cycle is very much important, where we have to understand these are not isolated techniques and they form a continuum. So experimental mechanics informs our theoretical models, while structural assessments validates the safety of existing structures, and SHM allows us to extend the life infrastructure with intelligent monitoring. So together they embody the life cycle approach to engineering, from construction to long-term care. So CSR SCRC have led this evolution in India, combining field testing, assessment tools and SHM expertise. From landmark bridges to nuclear reactors, our work has protected high-value assets and lives. So as we move towards the future, so what are all the challenges in SHM? So the forum will be discussing more on this. So I'll give a glimpse of what we can take it as challenges. So how much data we have to acquire, and how many features, and how the uncertainties in real bridges has to be brought in, and also label-free damage reduction algorithms. And also moving forward, sensor integration, IoT, predictive analysis, and our approach has to phenomenally change from like a predictive approach has to be there, and remote monitoring, that is one of the challenges which we need to address. And also with available tools like drones and underwater robots, we can also use those things for ASHM and augmented reality. These are all some of the challenges where we need to collaborate, and this platform will enable the engineers, technologists, policymakers, and the stakeholders. They can collaborate, and continuous research and development efforts are necessary, and for the field and in the civil engineering structure. So future opportunities, as I see, number of things are there for the young people over here. So sensing technology, IoT, and also big data analysis, machine learning, energy harvesting, and global monitoring. And these are some of the directions where we can work, and more will be discussed. And interdisciplinary collaboration is essential. So from the material science to the collaboration between different engineering disciplines, and also with the computer science and data, and again policy and regulatory collaboration will help us to implement these findings in practice. So the journey from experimental mechanics to SHM is a journey of learning, validating, and finally listening to our structures. This conference serves as a platform to celebrate our achievements, confront our challenges, and envision a future where structural engineering continues to push the boundaries of what is possible. We, the structural engineers, create the stable structures with the knowledge gained from geometry. We translate the natural behavior of materials to large structures, try to mimic the nature to create more sustainable structures, build the dreams through safe structures. We also understand some kind of guidelines, rules that can be adopted to ensure safety, hence we have codal provisions. As we go further, we came up to address the challenges with composite construction, new materials, computational techniques, and many more. Let this be a space where ideas flow freely, collaborations are born, and solutions are crafted. Solutions that not only address the technical demands of our projects, but also the social and environmental imperatives of our time. I would like to express my deepest appreciation to the organizing committee, sponsors, and every individual whose hard work and dedication have made this conference possible. I congratulate Dr. Parivallal, Dr. Sabdarishi Sasmal, and Dr. Srinivas, and the entire team of Structural Health Monitoring Laboratory, Special Multifunctional Laboratory. In particular, few of the scientists, I think Dr. Arun Sundaram, Dr. Kanusami, and others, I will not name out each and every one for organizing this conference, and also the team CSIR, SCRC for their support and participation. Not only our scientists and technical staff, but also administration, purchase, and finance have taken part in organizing this conference. Your efforts reminds us the strength of our profession lies in its collaboration and collective vision. I would like to thank each and every one of you. Finally, to everyone present here, I encourage you to immerse yourself fully in the sessions and conversations ahead. Ask questions, share insights, and embrace the opportunity to learn from one another. Our duty as engineers is just not to build, but to ensure safety, longevity, and sustainability. That begins with the understanding how structures live, age, and speak. And now we have the tools to hear them. Let us embark this journey together with curiosity, ambition, and commitment to excellence. I would like to conclude with the Thirukural, Ollum vaayellam inenande, Ullakal sellum vaay nokki vaayippu seyal. When there is a clear way to perform, aim for excellence, if ways of performing a task is not clear, we'll try to accomplish the task by searching for the ways. And my pranams to my elders, greetings to my friends, and best wishes to my young students and faculties. I once again welcome you all to this conference and to the campus of CSIR Structural Engineering Research Center. Thank you all.
Thank you, Madam. I now request you to ring the ceremonial bell symbolizing the official commencement of IMAP 2025. Thank you, Madam. I now invite Dr. S. Parivallal, Advisor CSIR SCRC, to formally introduce our Chief Guest, Sri Ravindra Kumar Goyal, Principal Executive Director Bridges, Ministry of Railways, Rail Bhavan. The Ministry of Railways, Government of India, plays a crucial role in the nation's transportation and infrastructure development. CSIR SCRC has enjoyed a long-standing collaboration with Indian Railways, contributing to the design, assessment, and capacity augmentation of the railway bridges.
So, good morning to everyone. It is indeed a momentous occasion for all of us at CSIR Structural Engineering Research Center as we celebrate 60 years of excellence in the service of science and technology. The Diamond Jubilee celebrations of this esteemed institution mark not just a milestone in years, but the testament to the impactful contributions made in the field of structural engineering and research. On this occasion, it is my honor and privilege to introduce our chief guest, Mr. R.K. Goyal, Principal Executive Director, Bridges, Ministry of Railways, Railway Board, New Delhi. We are deeply grateful to Mr. Goyal for accepting our invitation and joining us today despite his demanding schedule. His presence adds immense value to this celebration and we extend him our warmest welcome. Mr. Goyal is an accomplished civil engineer with an MTech degree with honors from IIT Roorkee and a distinguished officer of the 1988 batch of the Indian Railway Service of Engineers, IRSE. He began his service with Indian Railways in January 1990 as Deputy Chief Engineer at Ambala and has since held several key positions in Central and Western Railways. Since September 2024, he has been serving as a Principal Executive Director, Bridge at Railway Board, New Delhi. A lifelong learner and forward-thinking professional, Mr. Goyal has consistently pursued knowledge beyond conventional boundaries. He has undergone numerous specialized training programs in areas such as project management, human resource, safety and disaster management, fine element methods, fatigue analysis of steel bridges, and more. His management training has taken him across the globe, including Malaysia, Singapore, and Denmark. Mr. Goyal's expertise spans the entire life cycle of railway bridges, from design and fabrication to inspection, quality control, and maintenance. He has played a key role in modernizing the bridge engineering within Indian Railways. Notably, he was instrumental in developing fatigue design provisions for IRS Steel Bridge Code, enabling the assessment of residual fatigue life of steel girders. He also spearheaded the formulation of seismic design guidelines, which was later codified by RDSO. Beyond technical contributions, Mr. Goyal is a passionate advocate for knowledge dissemination and capacity building. As a Vice Chairman of the Institution of Permanent Way, IPWE, he has organized numerous international seminars and short-term training programs, particularly in bridge engineering. Recognizing the need for advanced academic training in his domain, Mr. Goyal was a driving force behind the introduction of MTech program in bridge and tunnel engineering at Gadi Shakti Vidyalaya, Vadodara, aimed at enriching the skills of consultants, academicians, and field professionals. He has authored several technical papers on topics such as fatigue assessment, seismic design and isolation, camber and pre-stressing in open web girders, and welded connections, and many of which have been compiled by RDSO into a dedicated technical compendium. His lectures on bridge design and railway infrastructure planning has widely viewed and appreciated on the IIBE YouTube channel. Mr. Goyal's vision, technical leadership, and contributions have left a lasting impact on the nation's railway infrastructure. As a well-wisher of CSIR SERC, we are truly honored by his presence here today and eagerly looking forward to hear from him. Sir, may I now invite you to kindly address the gathering. Thank you.
Honorable dignitaries, esteemed scientists, engineers, delegates, and dedicated team of CSIR, SERC. My vanakkam, pranam, and a very good morning to all of you. It's my pleasure to be here on this inaugural session of this 6 decades of excellent service given by SERC to the nation in the field of structural health monitoring and design services. So there cannot be a better way of celebrating this Diamond Jubilee except by organizing such a wonderful conference. So this is a very timely conference, and I congratulate Dr. Anand Velli, her team of scientists, officers, and staff for choosing this topic for this Golden Jubilee celebration day. Thank you. And as I come from Indian Railways, you all know Indian Railways is a very old organization. It has the infrastructure which was initially created in 1853. So probably the oldest kind of infrastructure in general and bridges in particular. We are maintaining, sustaining, and probably would be sustaining in future also. That too with the ever-expanding network of our railway system. So there comes the need of integrating with the institutions like SERC, IITs, NIITs, and all other similar kind of academic institutions which can help us to mitigate our problems in the field of infrastructure maintenance. So when I got this opportunity of, rather I got this invite from Director SERC, so I thought I must share with you the concerns of Indian Railways and the steps that we are trying to take to improve the condition of our aging infrastructure and particularly the bridges, and seek the collaborations from all other stakeholders and people. Okay. So, I have made a brief presentation to give you the details. So I will just share with you an overview of bridge infrastructure on Indian Railways. So that is just to give you the summary, the kind of infrastructure quantities. The total number of bridges on Indian Railways are approximately 1,63,810. That is approximate figure. A few numbers may be slightly different. It keeps on changing actually. As we keep on adding new tracks every day, these figures keeps on changing. So most of them are on broad gauge now. Still a few are on meter gauge and narrow gauge, but gradually with our policy of conversion uni-gauge, we would be having all the infrastructure on the broad gauge. And you would be surprised to know that most of the bridges which were existing on meter gauge, we have sustained those bridges for the broad gauge loading also when we did the gauge conversion. That is again where we required the assistance of organizations like SERC. You all know the Pamban Bridge, it has been recently been commissioned. Earlier it was, the old bridge was earlier built for meter gauge, but when the broad gauge was made, the same bridge infrastructure was used with the instrumentation, and the very nice support was provided by SERC Chennai for sustaining that bridge for a considerable period of time. So this kind of structural health monitoring work is in fact very, very necessary for us to give a very good service to the nation at a least cost. So we have got different kinds of bridges, some important bridges which are having a very large waterway, say 1,000 square meter of waterway area. Then major bridges which are having a waterway of about, total linear waterway of about 18 meter or so, and then others are minor bridges. This is a pictorial view showing what kinds of bridges we are having. Mostly we have got now RCC boxes. Old arch bridges, Mesundi or stone Mesundi or big Mesundi are still there. RCC slab bridges, then stone pipes, then plate girder bridges, PSC slab bridges, and the steel open web girder bridges, they are our real concern because they are mostly old steel girders, and we have got different kinds of problems that we will see in the next slides. So this is the general statistics displayed all over the Indian Railways. This is the matter of concern. Actually, you would be able to appreciate what kind of problems we are facing. Apart from increasing the speeds on old infrastructure, we are also increasing the loadings. So in 1903, we had a loading which was having axle load of about 18 ton and a trailing load of 4.16 ton per meter. And then nowadays, we are having 25 ton loading on most of the Indian Railway network, So there is an increase of about 33% already in axle loads, and the tailing load has increased considerably, 4.16 ton per meter to 9.33 ton per meter. This is here we are concerned about the longitudinal forces, where again SERC has helped us by taking up a project and dealing with the longitudinal forces. So this is a population age-wise. If you see, most of the bridges, they have been replaced. We have been working on replacement and rebuilding and rehabilitation. But still, we have got about 34,000 bridges, more than 34,000 bridges, which are more than 100 years old. So we have to sustain those bridges. It is not easy to rebuild a bridge, particularly the important bridge, because that is associated, rebuilding is associated with so many other issues. You have to change the alignment. That will create two reverse curves on approaches, and that will eat away your speed potential. So we try to sustain the bridge as far as possible, and when it becomes inevitable, then we go for rebuilding. This is again showing you the same thing. This railway, and incidentally, let me tell you, Indian Railway is probably the only organization in the country which is having a dedicated system of, it's a dedicated team and a system of inspection and maintenance. We have got the three-tier system at divisional level, headquarter level, and at the railway board level, where we have got a complete system of doing inspections, maintaining the record of those inspections, taking follow-up action on those inspections, getting the work sanctioned for rehabilitation or repair, and then ensuring that all those repairs have been done, they are intact. That is followed by the subsequent inspections to check. So there is a way of classification. If we find some bridge is having some problem, it needs plant maintenance, we assign a ORN number 3. And usually most of our bridges are taken care of at the stage of ORN 3. And still, a few bridges, they may develop some problem, then they are classified as ORN 2, which are to be immediately attended. And ORN 1 is a very rare case. As on date, if I say, there would be only 1 or 2 ORN 1 bridges, which means that is very critical, immediate attention is required. So mostly, we do not allow the bridges to come to a state where the traffic has to be stopped. So that is possible only because we have got a system of inspection and maintenance and giving necessary input as and when required. So most of the people do not know about this strength of railways. But still, with the aging structure, our problems are increasing. We are expanding our network also. So we are taking the help of organizations like SERC and IITs and other similar institutes. This is the expenditure. You can see how it has increased in the recent 10 years. This is the progress of bridges that I was showing you. ORN 1, you see only 2 are there. So we keep on doing this analysis. And these are some technological items where we monitor the water levels of the important bridges so that to ensure that the safety is ensured during the, in case of floods. Some drone inspections we also do. This is the river mapping. You know, rivers are having a tendency of meandering. They change the course, their bed levels, they changes. So we have to be concerned about the safety of the foundations. So all these monitoring we do. This is continuous cover monitoring techniques. Underwater inspection is a very recent phenomena. We have been doing it now very meticulously by using RORV, remote operated robotic vehicle. So this, again, this technique has been developed somewhere in Chennai also with the help of IIT Chennai. So these are the projects which have been done by IIT's SERC. SERC Chennai has helped us in evaluation and management of longitudinal force on substructure of railway bridges. For that, guidelines are now under preparation by SERC, and experimental investigation of 10 bridges is to be done. Then IIT Roorkee has done dynamic analysis and evaluation of existing RDSO standard bridges superstructures. for various axle load configurations at different speeds, for composite girders for 25-ton loading. And design parameter for ultra-high performance concrete. This is a new subject where we can go concrete strength of up to M120 and above. So this project is has been just awarded to IIT Roorkee. Now, IIT Delhi has done a very good job in developing a bridge transition system. You see, when you approach a bridge, the substructure, subgrade resiliency, that changes. So you need to provide a transition system so that the change is gradual. So that design has been done by IIT Delhi, and it is being implemented now. This again, longitudinal forces work has been done by SERC for railways with the help of RDSO. And this is the Pamban Bridge where the health monitoring system instrumentation has been provided by SERC. And this is a very important area of concern for us. Again, we have, see, this is a very important bridge between Havda and Kharagpur, where we had a problem of crack developing suddenly. This was attributed to fatigue. Since fatigue has been my subject, so I understood what is the problem. And after getting this problem, we analyzed the complete bridge, and we have found there were 27 more such cracks. So that has created an alarming situation for us. And we approached SERC to do the structural health monitoring. Of course, we have gone for sanctioning a new bridge at the cost of about 675 crores. But till the new bridge comes, we have to maintain and sustain the existing bridge. So we went for structural health monitoring, continuous health monitoring of this bridge. So that job has again been very kindly accepted by SERC. And Dr. Srinivas had been very kind of, he had visited that bridge at least 3-4 times. So we are very grateful, and we are actually, this is the role that we look forward from the people in academia and in industry to do for us. These are some other cracks, similar kinds of cracks that were identified on that bridge. So after this work, this experience, we had made changes in our manuals. Then we made it compulsory that all the bridges, as you said, predictive maintenance. So as a result of this experience, we have tried to do this exercise before this failure comes, we must get some indication. So for that, we had revised our manual instructions that everybody will be doing analysis of all bridges which are having an age of 50 years or more and having high GMT, say 40 GMT or more. GMT is a parameter which we use to measure the traffic running over a track. And then if there are cracks expected or seen, then we will impose the necessary restrictions of speed and load over those bridges. So in the same context, we had also tried to develop the technology to detect the imminent fatigue crack at the critical locations. And we have found some technology, AC/FM technology, alternate current field measurement technology is available. And now we are trying to develop the vendors for that technology. RDSO has already given trials in 5-6 railways for that technology. So this is that technology. And there is a ASTM standard also for this technology. So other projects which have been planned by Indian Railways are like foundation mapping of unknown foundations. There are many old bridges wherein the foundation details are missing, and we are trying to do this exercise so that we can take a managerial decision, a very well scientifically we can decide whether the foundations are okay for the increased axle loads or not. So similarly, high performance concrete, we are trying to develop new designs of PSC slabs so that we can replace the old steel girder bridges of a smaller spans, and prefabricated structure elements if we can develop with the help of UHPC, and real-time bridge monitoring based on distributed strain and acoustic sensing using optical fibers. So as you know, there are specializations. A very good simile has been given, Director SERC in her presentation, that the job of a physician is to do this. Actually, we as bridge engineers, we have got a role to see what is the health of the bridge, and for that we have to be an expert of the design, we have to be an expert of the material degradation, how it takes place, and how the aging affects our structure, and how the loading is increasing. So all these factors together has to be taken into account while giving a decision about the sustainability of a bridge. So that requires an expertise. So like earlier we used to have MBBS doctors, and everybody for any problem used to go to that MBBS doctor. But nowadays we have got a specialization. We have got cardiologists, we have got even anesthesia specialist, MD in dentist also. So that kind of specialization has to come in the field of bridge engineering, and we have found when we call off specialization, right now we don't have an MTech even at the level of, in the field of bridge engineering. So we approached Ministry of Education, they further gave instructions to the AICTE, and then we ourselves had a university at Vadodara, Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya. There we had started an MTech program in bridge and tunnel engineering, and that is going to start from this session. So this is going to open new avenues of further specialization in the field of bridge engineering. Maybe we may see an MTech in bridge health monitoring in years to come. So another important thing is interaction. What we need is known to us, that is not known to the people who are in institutions, academicians who are in academics. So for that purpose, there is a policy of Government of India. It's a new education policy 2020. There they had given this concept that every educational institutions of higher level, that is IITs and IITs, etc., they should have 10% of the sanctioned strength posts which are to be filled up by the people who have retired from the industry, and they will necessarily not be from the academics. So that was a very good policy change, and we tried to take the advantage of this, and I have found a few people have been posted now, posted as professor of practice in bridge engineering. Probably IIT Chennai is also having, IIT Madras is also having a professor of practice in bridge engineering, and one more post at IIT Tirupati is likely to be created in the field of bridge engineering as professor of practice. So that will help us to bridge the gap between the institutions and the industry, particularly the railway industry. We may see many more projects to come so that our old structure, old infrastructure can be sustained for a long. Of course, faster delivery of R&D projects can also be expected by having this kind of an interaction. Then we have got, we are proposing a center of excellence at Gati Shakti Vishwavidyalaya for fatigue assessment and health monitoring of all bridges, and technical review, comprehensive planning of important new projects involving mega bridges and tunnels, and it may have further sub-centers at other IITs and IITs depending upon how quickly we are able to implement this concept of professor of practice. And for that, this proposal is also under consideration, sponsoring the post of professor of practice at selected IITs or maybe NIITs also. Then, of course, professional engineering bill is already, draft is under circulation by AICTE, so this is very important. Thank you very much with this. And at the end, at this moment, I request that we all should reaffirm our commitment to innovations, collaborations, and excellence of infrastructure management. Indian Railways is always ready to embrace the advancements, and very good deliberations will take place in this conference, and we all will be benefited as a result of it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words and valuable insights. Your address has truly set the tone for the conference. Thank you for giving us the overview of the bridge structures in Indian Railways, importance of regular monitoring of bridges, and throwing us the light on some of the key collaborative projects with our institute. We now request our guest of honor, Shri T. Arjunan sir, to formally release the IMAP conference proceedings and present the first copy to our chief guest.
பாடல்
I request Dr. Parivallal sir to kindly introduce our guest of honor, Sir Shri Arjunan, Director Projects and Board Member CMRL.
Yeah, again, I am happy and privileged to introduce the guest of honor, Mr. T. Arjunan, for the CSIR Diamond Jubilee Conference, IMAP 2025. Mr. Arjunan currently serves as the Director of Projects and a member of board at Chennai Metro Rail Limited. We are truly grateful to him with us today, and we sincerely thank him for taking time out his busy schedule to join this celebration and share his insight with us. A distinguished officer from 1989 batch of Indian Railway Service of Engineers, IRSE, Mr. Arjunan holds master degree in structural engineering from Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore, and bachelor's degree in civil engineering from Tyagaraja College of Engineering, Madras, Madurai. His career spans over 3 decades of rich and diverse experience, both the Indian Railways and Metro Rail sector. He has contributed significantly to several large-scale infrastructure projects, including track maintenance, broad gauge conversion, bridge construction, and passenger amenity works. Prior to his current role at CMRL, he served about 20 years in Indian Railways, 5 years deputation in CMRL, and another 5 years as Director Projects at Kochi Metro Rail Limited. He also serves on Board of Directors for Gujarat Metro Rail Corporation Limited and Patna Metro Rail Corporation Limited, and has successfully coordinated with several major multilateral funding agencies, including AFD France, KfW Germany, JICA Japan, ADB, and AIIB. Throughout his career, Mr. Arjunan has been recognized with numerous accolades for his exemplary service in the railways and metro sectors. We are honored by your presence and look forward to your address.
Good morning to everyone. First of all, my sincere thanks to Madam Anandavalli for inviting me to this Diamond Jubilee conference, and also Mr. Srinivas and other organizers, and more so our colleague and our service officer, Mr. Rajiv Goyal. Actually, I have to go 11:30 to Secretariat. MD is not there, so already a call has come. So I will make my speech very brief. Okay. See, a lot of research experts are there, audience from eminent field. But I traveled all over India and found that there is a large gap between institutes, what is research going on, what is going on in the field. We executive people, we are executing. I am executing the project last 35 years. We travel all around the country and we find that our research institutions are inadequate to meet our demand. At least the present last 2 decades. We want to grow faster than China and all. I visited China thrice, Japan twice, and all the infrastructure they have taken me. And we don't know what they do. That code and all we don't have. We don't have tunnel code. We don't have tunnel fiber reinforcement code. We depend upon their design. And in Seoul, Korea, everything is steel. But here, small steel bridge also, they are struggling. So in this context, SCRC, IIT and many other labs have to ramp up to meet our demand. Our Prime Minister wants to make a development country within another 2045. Definitely we have to do a large thing, and without the theoretical support, coupled with the practical needs. When practical needs are not met by theoretical institutions, our study is waste. At young age, I used to read a lot of Timosenko and Carl Dresagi books. They are equally excellent. They know the site. Once they visit the site, they will change the theory according to that. What we want today is, we have to improve our theory to suit our execution, or we have to copy from foreign countries. They are far ahead. I have seen many monorails, many monorails. Now all the people think metro rail, monorail. There are 20 different systems, all suited to specific to their requirement, and everything they have a design. Their detailed designers are not coming to India at all. We called. Some of the people come, many people don't come. Because of their salary, their other issues are there. But even testing facilities, you can see in Chennai Metro, a lot of PSC girders. In phase 1, we have seen, you would have seen from bottom we have supported the conventional trestle system, occupying the road and all, road space. That was very difficult for road users. Now we have gone from erecting from the top, there will be erector beam, and all the segments, each will be more than 75 ton. 7 segments will be hanging. That hanging rod is we call Macaulay bar at actually it is a high tension bar. There is no testing facility in India. IIT they told that now also that they are not allowing you to us to witness it. They have some testing facility. And in many areas I can tell, for paucity of time I am not telling. But this is an opportunity. SCRC is a great institution. My college days also I know. It is very good institute and they are number 1 in steel area and all. But we want more because I am field man. I depend upon designers from elsewhere and it takes time. We should go a quantum leap to improve our infrastructure. The Chennai metro is actually one of the largest projects as far as I know in India or outside, except China. China, they don't tell what project they are executing. They execute 1,000 kilometers of metro per year. We don't know. They don't tell. But I know because I have gone there many times. And except China, this is one of the largest projects. Actually, we need every area in design, a new code or new design, a new optimization. And my feeling is we are lacking. We are over-designing it, we are slow, we are not adapting fast to the present condition. So this is the one point I want to tell you because of time. Actually, I brought a big presentation. There is no time is there. Another occasion, if I get, definitely I will go into detail of each thing. What is wrong, what way we are wrong. Unless we admit our wrong, we will not improve it. And we are very slow. That much I know. We are intelligent, but very poor in implementation. We have good planners, but execution very weak. So there are many things And next occasion you will see. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for our chief guest, Mr. Rajiv Goyal. Thank you. We will meet next time. Thank you for the audience.
Thank you, sir. We are truly grateful for your thoughtful address, which not only reflected deep experience but also offered a clear vision for the future. As a token of love and appreciation, I request our Director Madam to present mementos to both the Chief Guest and the Guest of Honor. We now invite our Chief Guest to virtually inaugurate the IMAP 2025 exhibition, which showcases advanced technologies and research innovations in the area of structural health monitoring. Thank you, sir. After this inauguration session at the auditorium, we request all the dignitaries and delegates to proceed outside the auditorium for physical inauguration of the exhibition. I now invite Dr. Saptarishi Sasmal, Organizing Secretary, to propose vote of thanks, expressing our gratitude to all who made this event possible.
Respected Chief Guest Shri R.K. Goyalji, the Guest of Honor Shri Achutam that now just left because of the compulsion from the official purpose. So our esteemed Director Madam, the advisor, the conference organizer Dr. V. Srinivas, the Professor Kapuria, S.O.N. Gopalakrishnan Sir, Professor Rajendran, Dr. Pine, the distinguished speakers, delegates and sponsors and all my colleagues, friends and gentlemen. A very and warm welcome to the conference again. It is both a privilege, honor and privilege for me to propose the vote of thanks for this momentous occasion. This is a celebration of the SERC's Diamond Jubilee and on this structural health monitoring. The first and foremost, I would like to express our heartfelt gratitude to our Chief Guest, Shri R.K. Goyalji, for graciously accepting the invitation and taking time from the demanding schedule to be with us today. That's sir. So your insightful remarks have not only made the highlights of the evolving needs of the Indian Railways, but also underscored the critical role that the SERC has played and it would be playing in the near future also. And the SERC is always committed to make the structures, specifically the bridges, that will be making the safer, smarter and more resilient. So our sincere thanks was also for Mr. Archunanji, also that who was our the guest of honor for being part of this special occasion. And he has, with his short and brief presentation, he has highlighted few points. I think the SCRC will be taking it seriously to see that how we can address those points, that to become faster, and we can address those points, and also we can reduce the gap between the industry and the R&D. A special word of appreciation to our beloved Director Madam, so whose vision and the commitment led to the conception of this conference. At least that you have heard from the morning that we were thinking how to celebrate the Diamond Jubilee and what conference that can be made. So Madam has made the things that so SHM will be the most aptly, timely, and the most relevant subject that we should do on. So, Madam, this consistent guidance, support, and encouragement have been the cornerstone for this event's success. So, thank you so much, Madam, to be with us and truly driving force behind the entire initiative. And we are gratefully acknowledge the support of Dr. Parivallal, the advisor management, so who has been instrumental in guiding us through the day-to-day participation and the logistic planning. We are really privileged to have the presence of the distinguished former director, Professor Santosh Kapuriaji, Dr. Gopalakrishnan, and also that we have had this Professor Rajendran and Dr. Pine. Your continued association with SCRC and your valuable contribution in the field that has inspired us all. So the entire community here, they are present, they are very proud of you, and they will be getting the encouragement from your presence, so hereafter. Our heartfelt thanks goes also to all the speakers and the delegates, and also the respective sponsoring organizations, so who have allowed you to come here and to spend these 3 days here. So your participation that forms the backbone of this conference and also for any conference that per se. Many of you have traveled from across the country and beyond. So we are truly grateful for your time, expertise, and the enthusiasm. We extend our warm thanks to our sponsors, because that you know that all conferences need also money. So that you have got a gracious, actually the support that you have got, and I am happy to also share with you that we have got later many more sponsorship things that we have said that may not be possible at this moment. So it shows the relevance and the interest that is being growing up in the field of structural health monitoring. So a big thank to our BKMD and specifically Dr. Satish Kumar sir and the entire team. They have been doing the work tirelessly in the day and night. Also the administration, store, purchase, finance, ICT, SHRDD, and all the head of the department that who has really helped us and worked shoulder to shoulder. We are deeply appreciating the efforts for our support staff that is not being named here because there is an uncountable number of the support staffs, the guest house, the work section, security personnel, and the maintenance team that who has made the silent contribution to make this thing to happen. A special thanks to also to the press and media for being here and helping us to take the event to a broader audience. Last but not least, each and everyone, I would like to thank you on behalf of us and also on behalf of ACRC Director, so that this gathering and your presence and your interest and your passion, so in the field of structural health monitoring, so that will lead the things further, because that you have already heard that the structural health monitoring in India doesn't having a code, and that we need to build it. For that building, that we need the expertise, and for the expertise has to be shared. I think that is the thing for this conference has been made here. So let us look forward for these 3 days for the enriching discussion, meaningful collaborations, and the new insights. So thank you once again, and let the conference begin in a very high tone. So thank you so much. Thank you.
With this, we have come to the end of the inauguration session, and we look forward for the engaging conference sessions. May I request all to stand for the national anthem.
Jana Gana Mana Adhinayaka Jaya He भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
You are now invited to join us for the exhibition inauguration, followed by refreshments and tea. Thank you and have a great conference ahead.